Welcome back to Let's Play Edelweiss a Trial Version. After breakfast, we headed back to our dorm, got stuff, met up with Haruka, now we're heading to the classroom. And still nothing. And it still bugs me every time I sign in, every day checking Steam to see if it's like any new update on the recent news. I mean, I could just check the forums and see if there's anything new there, but I can't be asked. The last time I checked there, I'd like learned about, you know, more about the update that they're in the test and all that. But the testing update was like 2 months ago or something like that. So, just like, still no release date. But one other thing that bugs me whenever I sign in is why is it still zoomed in like this? It used to be, you know, it's like, you know, the bar underneath with all the tabs and all that. You can't see it here, but you know what I'm saying, right? The bar's at the very bottom of the screen. Whenever this is open, it goes a little below the bar. Why is it so zoomed in? Just like one day it just went like that and it hasn't freaking gone back to normal. What's up with that shit? Anyways, enough talk of the ever waiting for an update Higurashi stuff, which probably will take 84 years at this rate. I imagine they're probably gonna go for a summer release, because there is no way by the looks of it that'll be released by the end of the month or anything. Anyways, just welcome with the girls made everything feel different today. Our life is now different. We could feel that, but we still held both anxiety and hope. I think the girls walking by felt the same way too. They all looked fidgety. You know what, Appo? I'm so tired of seeing your ugly face. I mean, look at this, right? It's ugly fucking face. Every time. It bugs me. It's like the thumbnail choices for this part, like the default ones, all had Appo's ugly face in all three of them. But I went with this one, because like, at least it's, I don't know. This one, like, this part had like a CG of Haruka and a CG of just call her Natsume because I keep forgetting her first name. Or is there her last name? I don't know. I get confused sometimes with Japanese names. And she's like mid-blink in that picture. Why isn't it one of the CGs? Sure, totally have been like that, but no, it's just the ugly faces again, you know? So I went with that one. Boys' dorm could have had the ugly faces. Different kind of ugly face there. Just like, I mean, his face is kind of ugly there, but at least when he's making that face, he doesn't look nearly as ugly as when he's like making that kind of face. Or, more specifically, that hideous face right there. Jesus Christ. Or what about that CG in the previous part? I mean, jeez, Appo, you've got to be perhaps one of the ugliest characters I've ever seen. Appo whispered to me, shit, I was so satisfied I didn't realize we weren't chatting. I know, but I don't know what to talk about. Good idea. Let's see. Question. Hey girls, why are there weeds growing out of all the walls and corridors? That is a good question, Kazushi. It had been bugging me the whole time. This wasn't some ruin, but there were weeds growing out of the walls and floor. Some of them are growing well, and some are just springing up. Why are they leaving them alone? What the hell is she talking about?
錬金術的な力。この島はね、錬金術を行うのには特別な場所なのね。その中でもこの学園のある場所はさらに特別な場所。
Huh? I still don't understand.
錬金術ってなんだ？
Oh, come on, you gotta have at least heard of alchemy, Appo.
鉛を金に変えるってあれのことじゃないの？
That only exists in manga, right? No academy like that exists. It doesn't only exist in manga, Kazushi, you uncultured swine. It's like, yeah, there's a history that does, you know.
だからここにあるじゃない。うちは錬金術の学校なんだよ。
You know, it's like I just said that, but I'm just like, now I'm thinking it's like alchemy, right? That was actually a thing in, yes, I get it, antivirus, renew, which I've been putting on hold, probably do that after this recording, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, what was I saying? Alchemy is like, what years were those around? Just like, that was actually a thing, you know. It was like, was it Middle Ages or late Middle Ages? I don't know, so I'm also not as cultured either on that regards.
もしかして知らないでうちに入ったの？
We didn't. Yeah, they probably were informed about all this magical shit, but obviously they ignored all that because all they could think about was girls!
錬金術って何？エロいの？
What? Does it always have to come to that with you, Appo?
本当に知らないんだ。事前に説明あったと思うけどな。
I think our minds probably stopped paying attention after all girls boarding school. I don't really heard anything after that. That was the important part to us. We didn't care what kind of all-girls school it was, but we never expected alchemy. Who would have thought it existed?
入ったからにはちゃんと勉強してもらうよ。ちゃんと錬金術の試験もあるからね。
そんなの俺たちにできんのかな？
魔法みたいなもんだろ？無理だろ。
大丈夫。ちゃんと勉強すればみんなにもきっとできるよ。みんなが錬金術を好きになってくれるといいな。
Haruka glanced at me as she said that. Alchemy, huh? I wonder if I can do it. Again, I like how they have, like, characters just randomly in the background. Not just, like, you know, a plain kind of background that doesn't really have anyone in it. Making it look empty. How lucky could we be? All four of us were lucky enough to be in the same class.
偶然にしてはできすぎてるだろう。これは運命だな。俺たち運命共同体だもんな。
I'd say
カズシの秘密を知っている。
I'd say it's unlucky to be in the same class as frickin' Appo. I know yours too.
みんな知ってるって。持ちつ持たれつだ。
What are those?
みんな一緒でよかった。一人だったら俺何にも喋れない。
I know you're a super shy guy.
じゃあ私たちも運命なのかな。
え、私も？
Ren and another son are in our class too, also.
ほんとみんな一緒なんて運命的だよね。
Of course. Her kids with us too. It was very reassuring to have so many familiar faces in our new class.
みんなよろしく。楽しくやろうね。
Just like all those background characters, they don't even have names. They don't even exist. They're just in the background.
いや、ちょっとはるか。あんたは隣のクラスでしょ？
Huh? The class next to us?
はるかちゃんは同じクラスじゃないの？
え？そうだっけ？私このクラスだと思ったけどな。あれ？あ、ハルニャンだ。どうしたの？
Taka-san, Fujisaka-san were in our class too. They found it strange to see Haruka in this class, so...
ねえさくら、私ってこのクラスだったよね。はるにゃん？じー。何か電波が送られてきてる気がする。
Looked that way to everyone else too. I'm pretty sure Haruka was the sender.
じじー。はるにゃんはこのクラスだったかな？
電波通じたな。
ねえ、さくらだってそう言ってるでしょ？何がどうなってるの？はるかの言うことはたまにわかんないのよね。
はい、おはよう。みんな席についてね。
But of course, the teacher for the class would be her. The chatter quickly stopped. The beautiful teacher from yesterday entered the classroom. Appo and Pierre were immediately captivated.
あの先生が担任か。すっげえついてるぜ俺たち。先生、少子化についてどう思いますか？僕、女性はもっと子供を産んだ方がいいと思うんですよ。
何言ってるんだ？
やつなりのナンパだろ。
He's hitting on his teacher already? Why are you surprised, Kazushi? He hits on everyone he sees. Appo was getting so full of himself he looked pathetic. The girls were giving him looks of disgust. Who wouldn't?
やだ、何あれ。
And they're in the same class as well.
飢えてんのよ。これだからモテない男は嫌よね。みっともないったらないわ。
A freaking... I think I said this before, but her lower lip looks like a freaking finger. What the fuck?
お前らに言われたくねえ。
何こいつ、ムカつくわね。その頭の下手は何なのよ。
下手じゃねえ、ヘアスタイルで。
リンゴみたい。アポよ、アポ。
アポって言うな。
エーデン学園のスノーホワイトと呼ばれる私にはアポは天敵だわね。私に近寄るな、この薄汚い毒リンゴめが。
Yo, again, I will keep this pointer in place here. I'm gonna go over a spoiler here. If you don't want spoilers, mute it and unmute it when I move the cursor again. So, spoilers in 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so those two actually get together. I mean, I mentioned it a few parts ago, but those are the two characters I was talking about. Fuusen and Appo actually get together. I mean, is it really that surprising? But right now they can't stand each other, so it's kind of ironic and fitting that they end up getting together, you know? Just like the ugly and the ugly. And they do the ugly as well, which is the worst part of it all. Remember when I mentioned about Ran's route and how I only got like partway through it? Well, there's a scene in that, right, where Ran and the protagonist are peeping on them getting it on. So yeah, you can probably understand why I never got through that route, and I was like, oh no, fuck that. Anyways, spoilers over.
アポー！黙って聞いてる調子乗りやって。全然黙って聞いてなかったけどな。まあ落ち着けよ二人とも。
アポが興奮すると破滅を招くぞ。
そうだ、こう思え。相手はデッサンの狂ったかわいそうな子だ。本気になってどうする？
It feels like he's breaking the fourth wall there. Badly drawn girl.
誰がデッサン狂ってるかわいそうな子よ。
Of all her faces, that is by far the ugliest. It's like she's, well, I suppose Rei also has that kind of face. But it's just like, it's mostly exclusive to the guys to have those eye-popping looks. Everyone else kind of still looks attractive when they like have shocked expressions. But her, she looks like an enraged pig, literally. It's like I said before, she wouldn't look out of place in a Zelda game, you know? as like an over-the-top character that gets angry at people. Most likely Link. Just like, ah! That's mean, Pierre. You shouldn't say things like that even if you think it's the truth.
そう思うな。
まあまあみんな落ち着いて。深呼吸深呼吸。二人ともしょっぱなから喧嘩は良くないよ。
Everybody watch Haruka as we try to stop the fight.
あれどうしたのみんな。
そういえばどうして青空さんがここにいるの？あなた隣のクラスでしょ？
ですね。そうそう、今日から私このクラスに転入してきました。よろしくお願いします。
クラスを転入ってあるの？
ないでしょ。はるか、あんた何考えてんの？
まあいいじゃん。可愛い子ちゃんは多い方が楽しいし。そうだよな。細かいことは気にせず楽しくやろうぜ。
そうだよね。じゃあ私やっぱり今日からこのクラスね。
I mean, she is the daughter of the principal, so she could probably get away with doing that.
そういうのありなの？いいわけないでしょ。もうホームルーム始まってるわよ。早く自分の教室に戻りなさいね。
Haruka drew her lips together and used her final counterattack.
私学園長の孫ですが。
それが何か？
She was quickly shot down. May doesn't give a shit about that.
いえ、なんでも戻ります。はあ。
Haruka dragged her feet out of the classroom.
彼女何がしたかったんだ？
さあね。
Maybe she already has a crush on Kazushi. You know, it makes you wonder, like, that scene where she was like, no, I don't want you guys to leave the island. Was she referring to all of them or just Kazushi? It's just like, how could she, why would she want the other guys to stick around? Or at least Apple, you know.
みんな、共学科初日から想像しくてごめんね。さっきのあの子は学園長のお孫さんで、青空はるかさん。ああ見えて実はいい子だから仲良くしてあげてね。それじゃあホームルームを始めましょうか。
May since he put the insert behind us really fast and got the class to order.
席は出席番号順かしらね。要望があれば後で席替えするから。
Is there like a number on these desks then, or something?
はーい、よぼ。俺ここ先生の前がいいでーす。俺も。
それじゃあもうちょっと慣れてきたら席替えしましょう。それまでちょっと我慢してちょうだい。
先生に我慢しろなんて言われちゃ我慢するしかないでしょ。でも出しちゃって叱られたりもいいかな。
何の話？
The girls were giving them looks of revulsion, but I don't think Pierre and Appo saw anyone but the teacher. See what I mean about the three of them though? Daigo's usually the one who's kind of like not really getting involved in it. But when he does, he's just like, what the fuck, Daigo, you know? I don't like that. I like how they change it so they're all sitting at their desks when class is actually in session. It makes it more, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Hey, look! That could be a guy, but it could also be a girl with spiky hair, you never know. There's supposed to be other guys at the school, after all, not just, you know, girls. And I can't imagine them being the only guys in the class, but it could be at the same time. Because I imagine there's only a certain small amount of guys that transferred. And if it's 4 in one class, yeah, that'd probably be like, you know, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got desks, 2, 4. 6. So you got 12 at least here. And it looks like there's a third desk going on back there. It's yeah, I see someone's hair there. So there's actually 6, 9, 12, 24. And there might be further ones. So maybe there's more guys in there. Maybe that even is a guy, I don't know. But it feels more immersive, you know, if it actually has it so that, you know, the characters are actually sitting at their desks and shit, rather than just being an empty classroom. And that means I'm sitting here, right in the middle of the classroom. Right in the middle of the classroom. Right in the middle of the classroom. That could even be Kazushi, but I kind of doubt it at the same time. He's probably sitting like around here. This probably is the middle of the classroom. But if it is, that's a big ass classroom. Or maybe it's because I just haven't been in a proper classroom in years. I hate big classrooms. That was another reason why I ended up being taught at home. Just like, it's just like uncomfortable, man. It's like when I go to college and have class, it's like, it is a classroom, but there's not many people. In fact, barely anyone even shows up half the time, but you get the idea, maybe. So, if he's right in the middle of the classroom, I'm gonna just assume that it's right here somewhere. It's like, if I could recognize the back of the head of any of these characters, which I don't, I would be able to determine whether he's sitting anywhere around here, but it seems unlikely. Oh, I'm next to you, Anada-san. I don't see... Wait, could that be her over there? I see spiky hair coming out of the corner there, so maybe he's down here, but that doesn't feel like... Well, actually it would be the middle of the classroom if it's only 24 students. Maybe. Oh yeah, my last name Haruka is close to yours. What, so he goes by names and not number then? I took my seat, sir, and that son seemed stiff sitting next to me. Is she nervous? Well, you still don't remember what did you seen her naked before? I look forward to it. I'm sure I won't understand some things, so let's help each other. Of course, Pierre happens to be sitting right behind me. And if that is Kazushi over there, we can't see Pierre. You know, what is his name anyway? Because Pierre is obviously a nickname. Appo is a nickname. Daigo might also be a nickname. I mean, what are these guys' real names, you know? And there was Fuusen sitting behind her. And if she is sitting behind her, she must be sitting next to this chick. That is assuming that Kazushi is here and Hinata is here, Mizuki. Then she's blocked by this girl sitting here. They were staring each other down. Sensei swung her hand down between them as if cutting an invisible thread.
こら、二人とも喧嘩しないの。せっかく同じクラスになったんだから仲良くしないともったいないわよ。
私別に男には不自由してませんから。
うっさつけ、飢餓状態のくせしやがって。
Look who's talking! Appo hits on everything with a pulse.
黙らっしゃい。その下手引っこ抜くわよ。
They were staring each other down again. They just didn't get along at all.
あらあら、困ったわね。そうね。じゃあまずは自己紹介でもしてお互いのことを知るところから始めましょうか。
Yeah, this is the type of stuff that would be a nightmare for me even nowadays, you know. Just like, okay, self-introduction to the class. Just like, fuck, anxiety. It's like I just casually say about that. It's like, oh yeah, it's anxiety, depression, but Just like, it never really kind of occurs to me sometimes just how bad anxiety can truly be until you're in that moment where the anxiety actually kicks in. It is the worst experience, man. It's terrible. She'd come up with a good idea.
はいはいはいはい俺紹介します
I'd just be silent the whole time, just like, do I have to really? Just like, is it the type where you just get up in front of the whole class? Because that kind of thing is really awkward for me. Those two always try to be the center of attention. Complete opposites, aren't they?
さすがに男の子は元気がいいわね。それじゃあ陣内くんからやってもらおうかな。
Where the fuck is Janai?
はいはい陣内くんは俺です
That's his real name? That's right, Appo's real name was Janai Toshiaki. No one ever calls him that, though. Even I'd forgotten about it.
俺陣内俊明趣味は
下着泥
そう趣味は下着泥棒です脱ぎたてほやほやの下着がベストだけど洗ったのでも全然いけます見事なノリツッコミだったな
Way to completely blow up your first impression. I don't think you would ever be able to make a good impression. All the girls were sure to remember him as a pervert.
女の子のショーツを嗅いだり舐めたり履いたりかぶったりするなんてどういう神経なのほんとキモいわよね
そんなことはしてないですよいや思いっきり嗅いでたけどな思い出させるなよまさかあんなのパンティとは思ってなかったんだよ
Moron, talk about pouring gas onto the fire.
あんなのって何どういう意味よ
お前だよお前そりゃないだろ
何肩落としてため息ついてんのよ先生こいつアーチェリーの矢で射抜いていいですか
I second that. I mean, he does resemble an apple, and apples are used in archery.
俺はリンゴじゃねえ
That would be a much bigger target.
こんなチンクジャに恥ずかしめられたもう嫁に行けない
The huge girl started to cry once more.
泣くなってのこれじゃ俺が悪者みたいじゃんかおらららららららららららららら
What the fuck was I?
あらあら困ったわねじゃあ次堀川くんお願いね
俺この空気で俺
So that's his real name then.
どうぞ空気は温めておいたから冷え切ってるじゃんよどうすんだよ
He seemed clueless as to what he could say in the situation.
堀川正夫です趣味はギター曲を作ったりもします
Yeah, I doubt you really play guitar. But that's his real name then, Horikawa Masan. You know what, since you brought up guitar, you probably want to pick up as well. Oh, I wonder what key this song here is in. It has that kind of quality to it that makes you think of like sunsets on a beach. Actually, it might be. figure out. Definitely C major, and I'm not sure, it might be just using the old 1-6-4-5 chord progression, which is very common. So like C major, A minor, F major, G major. It might be changing up there, but I'm not sure. It's definitely C major though.
ギターやってればモテると思ってるのよ、張りきたりなやつ。
Bullseye! He wasn't able to continue on anymore. But can he actually play guitar? Probably
大
not.
体何なのあのもみあげ、臭そう。
臭くねえ。ちゃんと毎日シャンプーしてるぞ。
ほらほら、あなたたち喧嘩しないの。せっかく同じクラスになったんだから仲良くしなくちゃダメよ。
Now, in this case, like, when Appo was doing his self-introduction, it's like, Appo, you're an asshole with Pierre. He's just trying to make a good impression, but is getting shat on, essentially. I feel like Pierre isn't nearly as bad as Appo in terms of being, a pervert. He's still a pervert, but not as bad as Appo.
そんなこと言ったってこいつらがさ。
ああ、もう困っちゃったわね。みんなが喧嘩するとめいっちゃう。
What?
しまった。
The entire class fell silent for a moment. Is something really bad about to happen?
ああ、今の分かりにくかったかな。そういえば先生の自己紹介もまだだったわね。私の名前は伊吹メイ。もちろんメイドイン日本よ。
Ah, she's a pun type of person, isn't she? Silence. Is it me or has it gotten cold in here? The air in the room grew cold. The guys were shocked and the girls were averting their gaze.
命名はお父さん。よく知らないけど多分便宜上ね。メイメイ、よく覚えておいてちょうだいね。
Huh? What? Hey, May? Ha! Something funny is going on. Every time since they spoke, the room got colder.
そこ、何ほうけてるの？
She gave me a harsh glare. Me?
えい。
With a completely overdramatic set of motion since they blew me a kiss? I don't think I'm supposed to be receiving a kiss from my teacher.
当たったでしょ？
What the fuck? I think.
これが本当のメイチューね。
What the fuck? Huh? Oh, puns!
そう、その通り。春馬くん、気づくのちょっと遅いぞ。ちなみに最後のはチューと命中とかけたのね。
Was it a pun in Japanese or English? Because it feels like some of these are definitely English. She was bothering to explain it. The whole classroom was silent.
あれがなければいい先生なんだけどね。
Puns, man. Should be popular on the internet because puns. Sensei's puns were able to completely rid us of the NG to fight each other.
あら、チャイムアウトね。ホームルームはこれで終わります。
Silence. Wow, she managed to ignore that cold chill and keep spouting those puns. Her obliviousness was impressive.
じゃあみんな、これからよろしくね。目いっぱい頑張ります。あ、これは目いっぱいとかけてるのね。
It's like she's forcing English into Japanese now, which, well, technically, you know, that's a common thing, isn't it? I mean, whenever you could hear them, like, always, like, throwing an English word, but it has that Japanese pronunciation to it. I mean, it is kind of, it's like, katakana is, like, used for writing words of non-Japanese origin, so they borrow a lot from, you know, English and probably some other languages as well for that, and just throw it in randomly. It's quite common. I think she should at least stop explaining them. I never knew Sensei was like that. I guess everyone has a fault.
俺自己紹介すらしてねえんだけど
Yeah, Daigo again, missed out on that. We didn't even get to know his real name.